First up, Squeekyg vetoes Amazon tunnel. Steven, also known as Arduous, vetoing Arabia. After that, Squeekyg chooses home map, Mega Random, Arduous Black Forest. And then we've got the rest of the bands: Arena, Nile Delta, Yucatan, Ghost Lake, Kawasan, Squeekyg with Rivers, and Mongolia. Yeah, he's getting rid of the good ones around here. Yucatan, Ghost Lake. This guy hates good maps. I'm just kidding. And we end up with a choice between Enclosed and Nomad. Steven landing on Enclosed. Or on Nomad, apologies. Landing on Nomad.
I'm surprised, quite honestly. I didn't think that he would want to do a Nomad, but...
Yeah. Hey, maybe he sees it as even footing, you know? Enough chaos might be good for them, I don't know. We've got ourselves a Nomad game, chat. Welcome to an A-League best of 3. This is a challenge up for Squeekyg. We also actually watched the first part of this game live last week. They played it on stream live, and then there was like a baby emergency for Arduous, so they had to pause and they decided to call it off. They decided to put it on hold, save and reload at a later date. Slightly Chewy, really looking forward to that Mega Random game. Well, we'll see, you know. I know you hate Squeekyg, so you're hoping he loses and they get to that game
Squeekyg
next,
choosing the bottom corner, or at least in the... Actually, it's more towards the middle than anything else.
Yeah, going for that bottom. I think I'm gonna leave...
Arduous does see it.
I'm gonna leave big trees on for this chat. What do you think? Do you think Arduous has small trees? I don't think he does. He believes firmly in aesthetics and vibes, so we're gonna respect his wishes. Leave the small trees on. Going for that TC in the north, so this is a pretty well-defined positions for this game to start out with. Either player starting with a dock.
Got quite a bit of gold, quite a bit of stone, and good access to wood near him. Not a lot of food, so he'll probably dock here, I would imagine.
He's going for the double house down there. I can forget the houses in Nomad, so respect to that. Big trees. Welcome, Arduous. We actually have both the players in the chat right now.
Can I get like a start of an MMA fight or boxing match, like shit talking?
There's that house for red. Looking for like, I don't know, some big walls here. These houses.
You know, with big trees, if you're in the bottom side of the map, you're kind of just at a disadvantage.
It's really hard with these isometric games to like it chops. If you're chopping down, it's like so hard to do, or like building like that, you know. Even with small trees sometimes. But Squeaky with a villager moving. What does she got in her hands right there? Is that it's a lumber axe? Where's she going? She's just scouting, I think. On Nomad, of course, you don't start with a scout, so there's a mill. Gonna be on the deer. Still no dock for either player.
Yeah.
Just
curious as to how they get food here. I guess Squeaky's gonna go for the deer over here.
Screaming Arduous. Newborn debuff. You hate to see it. Arduous going for deer of his own, I think, here. He's gonna take the double sheep right away, and then he's gonna mill the deer. This is like they're the same right now.
Yeah. Does he see... He does not see the berries below him, nor the boar.
Yeah, that would be a key area for green. Red. They're looking to get things up and running right now. It's a little hectic, a little chaotic. Nomad. Completely different start than what you'd normally have your muscle memory trained for.
He just barely doesn't see these berries over here.
Yeah. I think the deer and the boar will serve him well enough for the time being.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
That is...
I do love that there is no docking currently going on. I feel like that's just a terrible strategy that no one should really ever go.
I mean, since neither of them is doing it, it definitely it keeps things interesting, right? If one player was docking right now, they would have the opportunity to snowball things a lot more quickly. So And that's obvious. That's terrible to be able to do that. It's very boring. If you win that easily, right? Okay, Squeaky he scouts this boar and instantly shoots it. He's gonna take that right away. Good call. Arduous cleaning up some deer. He'll probably go for that boar as well pretty soon. Ooh. Rough one on that Vil, but it was a long boar
Sinking
pole.
into the sand.
He's sinking down into the sand in shame. It happens. It happens. You don't have. Actually, Squeaky just got Lumen like the second after that villager died.
Oh no!
You hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Don't worry, chat.
The LTC time's somewhat creeping up on Squeaky down 2 aside from the one he lost.
He's actually really struggling with food right now. Looks like gonna have to force drop that boar.
Probably, yeah.
Should be able to keep production going right now if he does do that, though. What does Squeaky see? What does Arduous see? Arduous scouting with Vils, gonna find double berry patch at the same time. Incredible stuff. And he's dropping the barracks.
Starting out with the barracks early, yeah. Putting it in a different place.
Thinking strategically.
Making a wall out of it.
Decided to go for houses instead of the barracks. I actually love that. You don't need a barracks yet.
Not this early, no.
This is kind of a lot of houses, so I mean, I guess if you want to full wall, like what else are you gonna do? But it's gonna be a lot of wood spent on houses that you don't really need for anything else right now. Squeaky gonna have to move into some farms. Does he see the berries yet? Nope. Or the boar either. Man, scouting is so rough in Nomad here. Page through these stats a little bit. Worker efficiency. Idle eco. Res collected. Take a look at that one. It is identical.
Dead. Yeah.
Dead even right now. We could look at the I think this will keep playing. The details on that actually. If you want to see like wood food. Okay, actually kind of split. Wood for Squeaky, food for Arduous. Interesting.
I think that's more just due to Squeaky not being able to find the food.
Yeah. No docks yet. We are getting those berries in. What do we got on here? 7 bills on the berries for Arduous. Still no berries for Squeaky G. He's had to move into farms.
He does see the berries down here, though.
Immediately building that mill.
Yeah.
I think this is another case where we might need our players to get some kind of small berry mod, though. Look at that mill. Nah, we jest. Barracks now? Looks like he decided that was the spot for the barracks after all. But it's just the timing wasn't quite right in the moment.
He wanted houses over. I think he was housed at the time as well.
I think he knows. He probably was. He might have been housed or near it. He knows Squeaky's reputation of ye olde scout rush, you know. And actually, villager reveals a hole. Oh, he's paying attention though. This guy's dropping a palisade right there. Incredible attention to detail. I assume the baby wasn't screaming at this point yet. Exactly. It's all calculated with this guy. Houses and some choke points on this side too. And this is actually a really solid mill for Squeaky G. We got a boar, we got deer, we got berries right around it, so good stuff there. This is the last match of the night, I believe, unless anybody wants to play content in a winter bash match. I'm not gonna go casting extra random stuff just for fun tonight. But it's been good time so far. How's the stream? How's the frame rate in there? I started recording again, but I think AoE 2 doesn't take as much power as AoE 4, so we should be able to get this one at 1440p for the VOD watchers out there on YouTube. Lots of lumber choppers for our Celt player. Be able to pull in a lot of wood. There's loom for red as well, and Squeaky G minute 45 from feudal age now. He somehow managed to get the food. Finding this berry patch, milling that was key for his
and
chances.
the boar as well.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to the rest of this match, Arduous. Don't worry. Unless you guys are both down to, like, you know, do what needs to be done, but I think it's pretty much over.
And Arduous coming out with the militia.
Early militia. Okay.
Just two.
Just
Most likely just worried about a possible scout rush.
Yeah, I guess because you can't make spearmen until feudal age. I still think, I mean, I don't know. Every time I see militia in this tournament, I say, that's a bad move. Don't do that. But sometimes it works, so maybe just take that advice with a grain of salt. There's Squeeky's feudal age. He should be dropping a. There's the stable immediately. This is the optimized scout rush build order. I'm doing dishes and Christmas plans tonight. All right, well, fair enough. Barracks, second barracks for Arduous.
I would love to see that game though, if he was able to do it.
And I think that will be fully walled across the entire northern side of the map. For
And
red.
Squeaky, true to form, building stable.
We got the great house wall here. Scouts starting to come out from that stable from green, but he doesn't know. I mean, I guess you don't have a scout in Nomad. I've said it several times, but he's not going to be able to, like, keep an eye on the enemy until he starts making these scouts and trying to attack.
However, with Arduous only on 2 militia, enough scouts might be able to just punch through that wall.
Might be able to get through the wall. We'll have to see if Arduous is diligent about re-walling behind, because you can definitely, this is like a lot of ground to cover, so it's going to be really hard to do.
Sure.
But you can definitely just keep dropping houses further and further back and just delay until you get to where you want to be. Arduous actually only just now going up to feudal. I think getting the wood to build all these walls really slowed him down, to be honest. Also mining that much gold in the Dark Age without much of a plan to do anything with
fight
it.
happening? I cannot find it.
I think that was wait a minute. I can't rewind because we're watching at the same time. There's a dead red villager to the right of the lumber camp. Let's look at the mini-map here, actually. We've got a red sheep and another redville in the back of Squeaky's base.
Oh, possible proxy. I didn't even see this.
See what comes of that. Could be up for some sneaky moves. Arduous adding a dock, and Squeak adding a dock at almost the same time there as well. And a blacksmith for green. Is he moving out with the scouts? Any more than that? Just roving around the map trying to get a sense of what's what for now. One thing I will say, Arduous, maybe it's just where his villagers were, I guess sending some across the map too. He's got a pretty good idea of, like, the look of the map right now. For, like, being so walled up.
Currently housed.
I like that.
He looks like he's fixing it. Okay, cool.
Getting a line of houses down on that south side. And more scouts coming out for green. I think he knows now the enemy is, like, fully walled off the entire map. He's gonna go for the palisade walls. That's the weakest point. House is 750.
Far away from
palisade wall is
too.
250. And yeah, far from the TC. Arduous gonna have to go back, and looks like he's gonna just stonewall a little choke point further back. If he gets it up in time.
There is a relic in there though, with these, you know, one player being Lithuanian.
True. The Lithuanians get +1 attack on their latest for every relic collected up to 4. So Squeaky probably will end up beelining those relics at some point sooner or later in the Castle Age. And there's the stone wall for Arduous completed. Scouts rebuffed for the time being. Squeaky actually is just going to attack in like 4 places at once and hope that red can't keep up with them. And actually, this red villager seems to have wandered up.
Oh yeah, look
to
at
the
that.
berry patch.
Oh. He had so much potential.
It looks like Squeaky just found him and started attacking. I'm surprised we didn't see a barracks like in the back somewhere. Instead of like
he might have just not had the
wood to
wood
scout.
to do
I don't know if
so.
those were like supposed to be scouting villagers or something. Also, yeah, Arduous looking like he's pretty low on wood. Scout gonna clean that vill up, and any danger of a proxy gonna be cleaned up here as well. Looks like Squeaky is he's gonna make his way through on that right side. Arduous distracted in the middle with the house. Gonna repair that house. It's just barely in time.
Oh yeah.
And 4 scouts not gonna be able to beat 2 villagers repairing. On the right though, Squeaky just has to move in, and he's through the Great Wall.
Looks like he's seen it.
He's going for that now. Squeaky has 10 scouts on the field and 2 more in the queue. Arduous going for a horse collar. Get the farm wood efficiency up a little bit. And Arduous has made enough spearmen now. His wall's delayed long enough that he's able to fend
and Squeaky
off
doesn't
the
have
scouts.
his entire scouts in there, so can't really keep holding.
Look at this house wavering on
I know.
like 1,040. I think it's still being repaired very slowly. One more scout would push it over the edge though. And Squeaky just leading the enemy's army on a merry chase through the back of the base, leading them away from any potential future action. Arduous decides to go for a stone wall behind the house. Villager, it looks like, is repairing the house for the time being, but one villager wasn't enough for 5
barely.
scouts.
Yeah.
And that villager was blocking the stone foundation, which means that the scouts are able to get through. Squeaky hasn't realized it yet either. He's finally seen it. Finally, it was like 2 seconds. And more damage being done. Looks like it's going to be Eco KD of 7 now.
7 so far, yeah.
Also, Squeaky somehow lost 2 villagers to Gaia units earlier. I'm not sure how that happened, but we'll gloss over it.
Well, we saw one of the boar.
One was the boar. One might have been a different boar or a wolf. There's a lot of dangers out here on extreme AI difficulty Nomad. And the scouts are in. I'm gonna assume Arduous is gonna move to re-wall that. Just needs like a couple taps on that stone wall. But he's got to do damage control now. Squeekyg, 59 workers, 45 for Arduous. It's 13 fishing ships to 8 too, so good of them both to add fish at this stage. It's not too disruptive once you got. Also, hang on. Once 4 transport ships. Green, what are you thinking?
Good on Arduous as well. He's re-walling the parts that got broken.
Oh yeah, with stone walls. Squeaky scouts just kind of around are getting cleaned up. He's spreading himself a little thin in terms of being able to multitask all these scouts, so they are getting killed by spearmen. Yeah. But it looks like there's still. I can't click this one tile. Okay, there is no hole anymore. Everything's been rewalled. 1 stone wall tile, 250 HP.
And at this point, from Squeaky's perspective, I would just say, you know, you got your villager kills, you've damaged the eco well enough that just go H3, try to tech up and fully end it.
Yeah. Eco KD 13 to 2 for Squeakyg.
Arduous doing a great job of holding, and it's going up to H3 before Squeaky.
Wow, you're right. 2 minutes, 10 seconds from H3. And yeah, the damage control here may not be like, it's definitely not fun to have to do it, but he's done a great job of managing things, yeah. However, we've been slacking. We didn't look at these 5 archery range tech switch from Squeakyg. He's now going to move in with archers, which will clean up the spears, basically. Yeah, Squeaky has struggled to be able to decide when to age up to castle age. We'll see if he's able to to read the game here, or if he needs to, or feudal age units will be enough. Arduous, less than a minute away from castle age. He's mining stone, though he is making towers. He's trying to make towers.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he's going to be able to do in castle. I think the bell may be an indicator that the baby is screaming from down the hall right now. Just imagine that when you're watching Red's gameplay from here on in.
Arduous making good use of the market as well. Trying to get his production up.
He's got to do what he's got to do. Buying a lot of stone, so he has enough stone right now immediately to drop a castle in Castle Age. Might need to delete that lumber camp. We'll see where he wants to do it. Goes for that right on that wood. The wood and the food.
Right, actually, probably a really good spot for this.
He just needs anything and everything that he can get right now. With the entire... How many villagers are building this? 31. His 42 workers... His 35 villagers total. 31 of them are building this castle. One of them's idle over here building a wall. 2 of them are building... Okay. Now the tower after that might need to... secure the gold and the stone area still. That's going to be a little bit rough, but this castle will keep him in the game for now. Squeaky, minute 45 from Castle Age himself. This has been a fast and furious game. Dead bodies all over the place in the middle of the map. And so here's
also
the
some
thing.
fire galleys were hitting Arduous over here too. I didn't even notice this.
We're gonna page up here. There was no chatter in the game about this. This is the moment Arduous is not victorious. That's fake news. Where Arduous had to pause the game.
So what happened? They paused it?
They paused it here, and we waited for like 45 minutes, and then it became clear that we were not going to be able to finish the game that night. So we just had the players save and quit, and they restored it from a recording.
Ah, I see.
But this stops at the pause and doesn't have the restore. So we'll suffice it to say, Squeekyg won this game. It's leaning in his favor right now. 3,800 score. 2,800, but we can look at the stats at least from this point and draw our conclusions. Squeaky, they did play the rest of the game. They reloaded and played it out, but we don't have the rec for that. Steven, losing on Nomad. We've got Steven's home map, Black Forest. Here we are. We're back. Squeekyg won the last game under suspicious baby-related circumstances.
I think he was colluding with it quite honestly.
He might have been. But either way, we've got Squeekyg here. Green, Cumin player. Arduous. This is Christmas colors. Red, Goths. And we're on Black Forest. That's Arduous' home map. This is a different Black Forest than what we've seen. Very small and narrow choke points.
Going with this villager. The wall immediately?
I think they're playing this on Explored as well, yeah. So standard Black Forest rules. And Squeekyg might actually be able to pick off this single villager that was coming forward to wall. I think that it is blocked with the 2 houses here. So there's no way through for Squeaky's villager.
He gets it.
And that villager doesn't make it back to the TC. If there is a scout fight, looks like the Vill did get some hits on Squeekyg's scout, so it will lose unless he finds a hill advantage somewhere. He's gonna have to just kite that red scout as much as he can.
Oh. Almost got the sheep steal.
I want to look at the map spawn here because it's a little wacky. 3 forward golds for Squeekyg, 2 back stones. 3 back golds for Arduous, 2 back stones. We have a real windy thing on the side and both sets of extra boars for Arduous. as well as both sets of extra stones and golds. So this for reference, this is a bugged map, and this would be an admin restart if the players stopped and asked and said we need a restart. So I was with Squeeky in the call during this game, and he said something about it, and I told him we could restart, but he decided he didn't want to. He just wanted to play it out. So I guess that's Squeekyg for you. We'll see if he's able to use the resources he has here. Walling off very far forward is green, and red just going for massive layers of house walls. Finally, that scout fight. Looks like Arduous, oh, not quite gonna clean up the green scout yet.
I think he wants a little bit more vision out of it. He knows he can't get it back out.
Yeah, he's just gonna do what he can with it. Good on Arduous to keep tracking that though. Try to track it down, take it out. I like that. It's funny, Squeekyg actually hasn't seen any buildings from Arduous yet with the scout. I guess there aren't any besides the TC and the houses.
Oh.
Scout down.
Scout down.
Still on large trees. If you missed it earlier, that's our. We're going for the authentic player experience here. We're going for the Arduous aesthetic experience with our large trees today. All mods off. Vanilla game only. Lumber camp for Squeekyg with 4 villagers, 5 now. And Arduous has that blueprint nestled nicely in that little nook for that lumber camp. I love it.
Yeah.
Going for that second boar. Both boars
and
on the ground.
Look at how many
for
boars
Arduous
there are
right
over
now.
here. That's crazy.
Yeah. How much food is that?
3 right here.
2,000
right here.
If you double click them, it'll give you the summary, I think.
Yeah.
Unless it's like paywalled, I'm not sure.
No, I do see it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. What a map. We'll see if Squeeky thinks he can fight it, or he's just resigned to losing the game. I don't know, but we'll see what happens here.
Hey,
I think Arduous is waiting for enough wood to get that mill down. It's going to be a lot of idle eco time. 10%. We can actually go into the... if I click here, I can look at all of the villagers' lifetime. Idle, last minute 62%. Food 75%. Oh, that's probably unnecessary amounts of detail.
Yeah.
What's Squeeky up to over here? Milling the ibex
Yeah. Looks like it.
and the berries too.
I just love how Squeeky got nothing but wolves over here. just swimming in boar.
Oh, it's incredible. We'll see if he's gonna. I think he is gonna actually take these. He took one of them so far.
Yeah.
Working on that.
Great.
Arduous lost a villager to a boar though, at some point.
Yeah.
Looks like while we were. Oh no! Oh no! That's the villager that Squeekyg killed. Who was building the houses. Yes. I recall. 'Twas but a few moments ago.
20 on food for Squeaky.
Squeeky, 24 workers, 20 for Arduous. He's been keeping that TC working a little bit more. I guess also Arduous going up to the feudal age a little bit earlier.
Same with Squeaky, yeah.
These villagers are really trying to all take the same berry bush at once, huh? Look at this pathing. It's
Oh
so
my.
rough. Oh man. Squeaky gonna try to make that farm transition, I think. Sending some more villas over to wood. And dropping a barracks on the way up to feudal. Surely this is not a scout rush build. Zooming on the houses in the middle.
Well, he's actually with his. It's not a palisade wall, so he can't gate through it. He'll have to delete these houses.
He's got a palisade gate now on the other end of the choke.
I more mean to say that he'll have to go through his own houses to get through this choke.
But yeah, you do just, if you want to push, you're gonna have to delete a couple of houses. Not the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
Mining camp now on the gold for Squeekyg. Looks like he might be going up to try to do a bit of a castle age push here. With the Cumans, you can build a second town center in the feudal age, so maybe we'll see that actually. Not enough wood for it in the bank at the moment, though. The Goths, well, we still got some time. This is Black Forest. Go over these civs a little bit. Goths infantry civ, their infantry units are cheaper. Spearmen, Huskarls, men-at-arms, you name it. And their unique unit, the Huskarl, produced out of the castle, is very strong against arrow fire, has very high pierce armor. Also, they have some technologies in the castle that allow you to produce them at like double speed, all infantry units, and also produce Huskarls out of the barracks. So, pretty strong civ used correctly in the right situation. There's the second town center for the humans. These other bonuses include ability to place a siege workshop in the feudal age and build rams out of it, as well as I think they have access to the step lancer in the stable and the Kipchek in the castle. It's like a cav archer unique unit. Pretty cool.
It looks like Arduous has seen all the boars that he has and is taking advantage of them.
He's taking advantage of it. He's got the mill up here, two board,
he's
3
only
boars
missing
left.
One.
Yeah. There's horse collar for Arduous. He's not going to need that for a good while, I think. Oh, no, going for some farms, actually. Is he going to pull those boars from the south? We'll see.
Oh, there's a second one over here. I didn't even see that.
There's 3 more.
Oh, there is.
He's got the full set.
Large trees is hiding one of them for me.
Yeah, same. Now, this trouble with the Cumans is food, right? You're going to need enough food to be able to produce out of both TCs and or also go castle age at a reasonable time. Producing villages is actually pretty expensive on the food count. You don't really realize it when you're doing it out of 1 TC in the feudal because, you know, you just have everything built around making that work.
Yeah.
But this could be a little hard to balance. Right now he's doing fine. He's got 200 food in the bank, making villagers out of both TCs. 8 farms, 4 on that last remaining berry. Gifted sub from Arduous to Cam is Cameron.
Oh,
we love to see it. Thanks so much for that. That's huge. Big subs in the chat. Welcome to the club, Cam.
Crazy playing against these meta players.
Oh man.
I don't know, I feel like Goths are definitely higher in the meta.
Merry Christmas, Cam is. We gotta call him Cam is now. I mean, Goths aren't necessarily meta. They are very strong in their niche. I think Arduous knows how to use that niche as well. There's Castle Age coming in for Arduous. Yeah. Untouched Goths making it to Castle Age, getting enough stone to build a castle is going to be a big danger. Because that's really when they unlock their true potential. We'll see if he starts mining stone or if he just chooses to buy it.
Ah, Squeaky wanting some more time, building more houses in the middle.
Going for more houses. I guess he just wants to try to outboom the opponent right now.
I guess so, yeah.
He knows he's at a disadvantage when it comes to resources, right? Even with like the tertiary or the neutral like golds and stones both being accessible to Arduous here. He might want to hold back, wait for the boars to wear off for his enemy and push when the time is right. Still plenty of gold, plenty of stone available to Squeekyg, at least for now. So another layer of palisade walls behind that too. He also knows, I think, the power of the Goths, so might just be bracing for that. For that flood of man-at-arms of Huskarls. Man, Black Forest is so relaxing.
It really is.
I just want to like sit back, sip a cup of hot cocoa, snowy ground out here. Arduous looks like, is he buying? There, he's buying stone now. Getting that up. I think he needs 650. He's using all his res to get there. Oh,
Building a TC.
There's a town center. Okay, not going to be an all-in goth play here. Interesting TC spot, but I guess ultimately you just need to get it up somewhere as fast as you can, especially against the humans. The score and also the villager count reflecting that human 2 town center feudal bonus. Squeaky does have the res to go up, but he needs one more building. He's getting it right now. The market, blacksmith and market being built. Arduous, in no rush, wants to secure his economy. Same for both players. Squeaky H3 and also 14 villagers on stone for Squeekyg. That's a big commitment.
What's that stone? Perhaps he just doesn't like the look of it. He wants it out of his base.
Yeah, that could be. Want to clear that up. Put farms down as far as the eye can see. Delete the mining camp and everything, but see what he does. I mean, we could also see some siege workshops even dropped by the human player and prep to get. I guess you need full onager if you want to cut through these trees.
The relic spread too, where those are.
Wait, so it's 3 for red and 2 for green.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Truly a fair and unbiased map gen. Squeaky 900 stone and no sign of quitting now. But yeah, like I was saying, you're gonna need Imperial Age before you can upgrade to Onager and chop through trees. So unless it's a fast imp situation, the player's just gonna have to work with what they've got behind their walls for the time being. Squeakyg actually has outposted, I think, all of the areas that, okay, one of the 2 areas that might get chopped through. Good heads up play there, and the front as well. Gonna need to get like town watch and whatnot if he wants to really be able to see a lot with those outposts. But there's castle age for Squeakyg. Arduous hasn't really made a lot of use of his faster castle age timing. Dropped the 3rd TC down, so that's good. I love to see the eco expanding with more town centers, especially on a game on a map like Black Forest. Watchtower for Arduous in the middle. I really like this town center too in the north from red.
Yeah, same.
3rd TC for Squeakyg. I kind of assumed he was going to go for a castle here, but maybe that's being saved up for later.
I mean, he's got the stone fort still.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's got stone for 2 castles. This town center will cover like 3 gold piles. He's going over to the other stone mine. He's going to mine out his entire stockpile of resources before making any kind of military. And he's not being forced to make any military
And
yet.
I don't play a lot of Black Forest, so maybe that's somewhat of a smart idea of just slowing down pushes.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to like commit to trying to break through and killing the enemy, right? There's nothing right now for Squeakyg that's saying I need to make army. He does see the castle going up for Arduous now, so that's a good play from red, and also good from green to actually see that as it's going up. But we'll see what Arduous decides to do. He's probably going to be the aggressor in this game, just based on
getting his castle.
What we're seeing. Good castle from Squeakyg. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple layers of stone walls even behind that palisade gate. Villager count. Arduous a little bit housed for a minute, but this castle will add some pop space. It's probably going to build some more houses as well. It actually has left 2 boars. He's let him live. You know, you gotta have like a little bit of like a boar sanctuary habitat. He pardoned them, yeah. Arduous also slurping up all 3 of those relics on his side, and Squeekyg is going for the most defensive castle he possibly could have in this situation. Arduous also dropping some more barracks. Squeekyg with murder holes out of the university. Iron casting for Arduous, definitely going for that infantry-based play. And Arduous, I think he's used the market like just an absolute ton again, and he's clicked Imperial Age.
Does he see this castle being built? He does. Okay.
Yeah, so they both know. But that imp timing could be rough for Squeekyg. Arduous, yeah. I love how he just knew, okay, I need to just sell literally everything in my bank and just go imp. And that's how I win. That's what he's going for anyways. We'll see. I gotta keep an eye out for sneaky side siege workshops here.
Squeaky's gotta get some more on this gold here soon if he wants to keep up.
He's actually mining no gold right now. He's got 1 on gold, and it's like a proxy no mining camp gold.
On stone.
Why is he going so hard on the stone? I don't understand. Oh,
he knows something that I don't, apparently.
Kip checks from the Cumin player. If it is Huskarls, that's not going to be the move. As mounted archers, pierce armor on those Huskarls is going to be real rough. It could also just be man-at-arms. They're also cheaper to produce and end up being produced more quickly with the right technology for the Goths. But there's a siege workshop for Arduous.
30 vil difference, though.
Actually, a siege workshop for Squeekyg as well. Yeah, the villager difference here is really impressive. Yeah, right? Worker efficiency is a lot lower for Squeekyg right now. I think because he has been mining the same stone pile with 23 vills. They're bumping around into each other a lot more. They're walking around a lot more.
It looks like he's cleared all the stones, and now he's gonna get the gold.
He's gonna move over to the gold now. Okay. Res collected also.
I love Arduous' use of this.
Pretty much in favor of Squeaky. Arduous is just going crazy with the market. Yeah, he's just trying to get those timings that he needs.
Yeah.
And I think it's just really, it's just like, I guess like intuitive for him to just know when he needs things to happen and just make it happen.
It's working out for him. It's definitely something that I'd want to start using more.
Yeah. Squeekyg with 15 villagers garrisoned in that TC, or in that castle. Still has more villagers working than Arduous does, but we have our first Mangonel out, trying to attack ground there. He's gonna have to research Onager if he wants to break the trees, but he's just gonna try to attack the houses. He wants to let his enemy know, hey, I'm making Mangonels. You better watch your flanks. Arduous is gonna have to be careful unless, like, he's gonna watch this castle. It might get shot down by Squeaky's castle since it's fully garrisoned. Trebuchets are coming out though for red. So Squeekyg taking his time right now. Not really trying to get up to Imperial. But he is at 116 vils to Arduous' 72. Arduous basically has to make this timing work, or he's gonna get
yeah,
he's gonna just lose the eco game. That's collected 27 to 23k in favor of Squeaky. He's repairing this castle with 15 vills, and he can afford to do this for a good 5 minutes at least with the stone count. Maybe not the most effective use of the stone that he's gathered, but
I would almost say another castle down the line might be better.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He is about 2 minutes from Imperial Age though, so he might just be trying to delay as long as possible. And Arduous just making more mangonels. Actually, I don't know if the Goths get Onager. I'm starting to think they don't, because he would have researched that instantly.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Either way, if Squeeky tries to push this, these mangonels are just gonna fire over the trees and just like cause havoc in the battle.
Let's
so.
either protect.
Got some step lancers for green. I think step lancers are a good unit to go for here. Until red starts mixing in spearmen. At least, but the army count is in Squeaky's favor. He's housed.
Oh, he's fixing it.
There we go. Still repairing this castle. 900 stone left in the bank. Just draining away. 2 trebs for Arduous. Still just mangonels. Squeeky gonna hit Imperial. We'll see what his response is. It's gonna be archery ranges. And that makes me think maybe he doesn't know what the deal with the Huskarls is after all. Kipchek's out of the front castle. A couple trebs in the queue there as well.
Arduous just
yeah. And Squeeky, if he can pull this off, the timing, I don't know, he might be able to push this back with the repairs. He's decided to stop. Oh, no. He's going to keep repairing it. I think the villagers stop repairing every time it reaches full health, and then he has to, like, retask them again. It's pretty awkward. But what's Squeeky going to make out of these archery ranges? That's what I want to know. I'd love to see more stables from him. I think that's going Paladin or Nightline or Step Lancers would be pretty good against the Goths.
You know, also huge villager difference.
Yeah, 134 to 79. This is the second time Squeaky's been at this level of villager difference and kind of still been on the ropes. Anyways.
Kipcheks might be, yep, they're blocked by the trebs.
Okay, that is a lot of Kipcheks, so they will eventually kill the Huskarls. Actually not doing too bad here. It did take a few volleys, but trebs go down. And it's just a really awkward fight through these like 4 tile gaps in the middle. Trebuchets themselves take 2 tiles. They're gonna block the gate again. No! Kipchek's pushing forward. Squeaky's gonna need to repair again, but I think he's got this. It's kind of close. Castle might go down for green. Oh, I think he's okay for now. Huskarls versus Kipcheks though, and Kipchek's in the castle fire as well. Castle's still safe for Squeeky G. Arduous has repaired his castle as well. Squeaky actually using the trebs against the enemy trebs, so impressive stuff there, yeah. But now there's no army for green. Okay, he's making step lancers now, but the villagers have to garrison. I think green's castle might fall. There's not enough HP left in it.
Can't get out of the hole.
The hole. Oh, just delete the wall. Just delete the wall. Oh, it's so annoying to have to fight in this like narrow little space. Arduous is still making vills. Credit to him. Sometimes at least. 81 to 119 now. And the Kipcheks should do pretty well here. They have it's rough. It's rough. They do have the extra attack melee range though. Arduous still, he's gonna have the cheaper units to spam these Huskarls, and his castle's still standing.
I really need some more unit production.
Yeah, just looking at Squeeky G's resource bank, I think definitely this is a situation similar to that Sudsy Sugar game. He's just under pressure, and he's not able to take any time to think about the next move. Building houses. Super housed after that castle went down, actually. Arduous pushing forward. He's getting kind of a critical mass of Huskarls up here. And Squeeky definitely needs to queue more units. Doesn't have really the production buildings to go for it, though.
He's got the wood, though.
He has the res. He is far and away winning this game based on res, but and score. These Huskarls get in your head though.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I need to see like 5 barracks right now from green. Or not barracks, stables.
Stables are archery range.
No archery range. Again, let me say again. 8 pierce armor on the Huskarl. Archers are not the move.
Mm.
I don't know how good the infantry for the humans are, but you can also go champions if you have access to them into Huskarls. Squeeky just kind of doesn't. He doesn't have the flow right now. Looks like.
Yeah.
Going for cav archers. Well, you think against infantry that'd be a good play, but not against this unique unit. I feel like I've had this conversation before. I don't know. Oh man. And Arduous is just doing a great job of just streaming and reinforcements. Yeah, he's researched the unique techs. He's making them out of the barracks at... Actually, I don't know if he has perfusion. Yeah, that's perfusion speed.
Doing wonders against these TC.
TC goes down. Huskarl's in the back of the base. And Squeeky with... What is that? 12,000 resources? Still no answer. No answer to these. He's going for cav archers. Which are... Well, let's see. Actually, we can do the math. 8 ranged attack versus 8 ranged defense. So they're doing 1 damage per shot if they hit. With actually does have ballistics, so that's good. But 1 damage per shot is not enough. Huskarls are doing 14 damage per hit, so I think the Step Lancers could have been the play, but they're also not the tankiest unit. Huskarls do a lot of damage. It's just kind of a tough matchup, I guess, in some aspects. Good play from Arduous. We always talk from like the defender's point of view. I feel like I'm like so prone to that. But looking at
another, it's a castle. Okay.
Looking at the attacker here, this is a gold mine right now. The Huskarls are just gonna murder all of these villas. This castle is, if it goes up, it's gonna take 50 of your enemy's villagers with it. Some of these Huskarls are just attacking the foundation, and I think that's even good enough. I don't think Squeeky has murder holes. Maybe no, he did. He researched it really early. But either way, still Huskarls should just be able to kill that anyways. Fully upgraded too. Great job just to keep streaming those units in. There's Squeeky using some market. He's queuing more units. He's going knights now, but I think it might be a little late.
It might be too late.
There are 14 villagers left for Squeekyg. Arduous was able to really just get back into all the little eco pockets. Castle goes down, and I think with that, Squeaky's hopes go down as well. Just a real great goth game from Red. He knows this civ. And it seems like Squeeky doesn't know the goths, or at least he didn't. He does now, that's for sure. But it does only take like one time to lose like this to know like, okay, well, I gotta figure something out because this is rough. Looks like Arduous, he is going for some of these neutral resource like stone and golds, not really, and he doesn't really need to, so those aren't really coming into play too much. Look at these guys.
He's just out of food, no market.
Thumbnail material here, no market either. Oof.
Oh, yeah. Arduous beeline the market. Really good idea from him.
Hey, yeah, that's great. He's just got so many of these little things that he thinks about. I feel like if he wanted to be a meta player, he'd be a very, very dangerous player. Even so, he's still dangerous.
Yeah. And there it is. 210 Huskarls.
210 Huskarls produced there in that game. Oh my gosh. Floating resources. Arduous able to use his res a lot more effectively, not leave him in the bank. Ultimately, Arduous takes that game. But here's the thing. Merry Christmas, you filthy husk girl. GG, good luck in the next round. Arduous, with the baby issues that we heard about earlier on in this set, he decided that it was going to be too hard to commit to any kind of tournament bracket schedule, anything like that. And even just playing this one match to its conclusion was too hard, which means that Squeekyg takes the third game as a forfeit, and Squeekyg moves up to the A-League and to 4th seed in the final bracket. Just like that.
Just like that. I mean, he's certainly the biggest point earner.
He has 10 points on the board in the league stage. Our point system may need to be rebalanced. Yeah, he was not happy, Squeekyg, to see the results end up like this. He wanted to win or lose with honor, with chivalry, but I made the call. It was being delayed way too long, and I knew Arduous wasn't going to be around conveniently to play.
And with a new kid, it's understandable.
Yeah, it's totally understandable. Like that makes a lot of sense. Sad to see our infantry spammer here not in the main bracket, but he can still play league matches. He can still even promote and demote.
Honestly,
whatever.
I'd love him to play everyone that's in the top 8 bracket just to show where he would have been.
So yeah, and that goes for anybody. You can still join the Winter Bash. You can still play if you're in it already. It's just this bracket has been locked in, and this is probably where the main focus is going to be, in the top 8 now, but absolutely feel free to continue grinding out those league games. Squeekyg just messaged me, botched set rematch required. Okay, well, fair enough.
That's pretty good.